Friends, good evening. We are in uncharted waters right now with this market. It is all-time high. We just had a rate cut today, and the market is just on super duper Arnold Schwarzenegger steroids. I mean, it is crazy. We've got Trump mania happening here. We got Trump has already been priced into this market, and it keeps going. And we had just a little bitty rate cut today, the 25% rate cut here. So let's talk about what's happening here. Let's focus on let's focus on Palantir first, and then I'll talk a little bit about DJT. But there's not much there, so I don't want to spend too much time about it. But I will give my thoughts where I'm at with it. Not that it really matters, but just what I'm kind of hoping for here. Let's talk about Palantir here. And this is my rhetoric with Palantir has not changed. I am still in a buy zone. I'm still trying to buy up this stuff. Now, I have halted my buying at the moment for one particular reason. I'm trying to see if there is a sell-off in Palantir. The problem that we're coming up against here with SoFi or Palantir here is that there's no sell-off. We're not seeing it. It's still climbing. This is why people have been saying Palantir is going to 100, Palantir is going to 500, because we knew these numbers were coming. We knew these quarterlies were going to get more intense. With all these government contracts that have been piling up with Palantir, the thought that Trump could win again, and Trump and Elon, they work with Palantir, they know Palantir, but the Trump situation that's going to be probably really helping Palantir is that when Trump was president last, he really spent a lot of money on our defense. So Palantir already having those contracts and those deals with the American government, I would imagine they're going to continue. Okay, that's probably going to get more intense. That's why people are kind of betting on that too. So we could see some hellacious deals going into next year with more government contracts, from America with Palantir. I mean, we're talking $500 million contracts that we've seen just in the past here that have doubled, not to mention just other random contracts. So, stuff just keeps piling up here with Palantir. Good stuff, really good stuff. There's not a lot of bad things to say about Palantir, and even when people want to argue and say it's overvalued at this point, and of course everybody's wanting to say that it's overvalued. Everybody's wanting it to be, because people want to get in. They're mad. They're upset. They want to be in Palantir, but they're like, I don't want to pay $55 a share for Palantir. Friends, you may be paying $60 to $70 a share for Palantir here within 30 to 60 days, okay? Because you think the market's going crazy now? Wait till January. January 20th, when Trump is inaugurated? January, when a new president comes in regardless, the market will always run on high. I mean, it will always just 15% at least to 20, 30. It will just go crazy, every stock. Because everyone's, happy, excited, this is where we're going. But Trump brings a whole new element to the market. And if you don't agree with that, you must be in a la-la land. Listen, I went through a Trump market, okay, when he won in 2016 and to when he ended, I went through a Trump market. It was a crazy, okay? Good crazy. So I expect this next one is going to be even crazier, because he's got a hellacious team with him that is going to be pushing technology, AI, all that kind of stuff. Not to mention he knows what's going on at this point. And on top of that, he's going to be really pushing crypto, which will definitely help. Both markets will be working with each other. There's no doubt about that. Palantir, the main subject that everyone's wanting to know, and this is the main comment I see. Should I buy in now? Friends, if you're holding Palantir for a while, you need to look at Palantir as a 5-year to 10-year investment, okay? The biggest problem with people when it comes to investing is time. It's so hard. It's sad too, because the biggest enemy with a lot of investors, it's time. People want to buy Palantir today, and then they want to sell it a month from now, and they want to triple X, 10 times their money. This isn't an AMC situation. This isn't a short squeeze situation. This isn't a get in, get out situation. This is get in, buckle up, Ride it off into space, because right now there's no ceiling of where Palantir is going to go. Just this year alone, we've seen incredible numbers in quarterlies with Palantir, not to mention just in the AI sector. Okay, I do believe that in 2025, once Trump takes over, okay, we are going to see a new market transform itself. Okay, there will be a moment where AI starts to run again, where AI says, hey, we're leading the charge again. Nvidia's going to start, they're going to have this Blackwell chip out. They're going to start knocking out these huge quarterlies again, more than likely. If not, there's still going to be huge quarterlies. Palantir is going to keep growing here. Palantir is getting into some waters here that are very deep, okay? So when people say is $55 too much, if you're going to sell it next Monday, yeah, it's a little expensive, but if you're going to hold on to it by this time next year, you'll be in some profit zone. You'll probably be in profit zone by January. But this is an investment right now. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme, okay? Unless you have $50,000 in capital to put in Palantir and sell it by January, when it will probably be $70, $80, which was going to be the next conversation here. But yeah, you'll make some money. But Palantir needs to be, to me, I'm talking to myself here, okay? Palantir is something that you're just trying to push capital in. Just get $20 here, $5 here, $100 here, put it in Palantir. Just buy it and shut up. Don't look at it, okay? Don't look at your profit. Just keep buying it. Just keep buying it. 5-10 years. Imagine, okay? Call this a dream video, okay? I'm trying to go off what comments I see, because I see so many comments. People want to know, when do I sell? When do I buy? What do I do? Imagine if you buy it now, and 2 to 3 years from now, we start talking about a stock split with Palantir. Maybe they say, hey, we're going to do a 10-to-1 stock split. And maybe 2 to 3 years from now, you kept putting $5, $10, $20. Maybe you got an extra $50. You put it in there, okay? I'm talking to everyday investors here, okay? I'm not talking to people who are putting in thousands, swinging it, cutting it. Imagine how many shares you have in a few years here. And they say, we're going to do a 10-to-1 split. And then the company gets in the third gear, and then they take off again. We're not expecting Palantir to slow down anytime. You know why? Because Palantir is ahead of the game right now. They have no competition with what they're doing, and they're already in the government's pocket, okay? Which is fantastic. It's pretty much in each other's pocket. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win. Call it dirty, call it whatever you want. It's a win-win. When Palantir comes out with their last quarterly here, probably beginning of January to finish up the whole year of 2024, to wrap it up, that quarterly will probably be amazing quarterly. It will be an amazing quarterly as well. Not to mention, back to back, you'll have that quarterly, then you'll have the inauguration of Trump. Then what's going to happen? Probably most of January, especially getting close to the inauguration, the market's going to be going freaking nuts, okay? What I expect we're going to see here, we're probably going to have a pretty nice little week or two here with the market still running. But probably by the end of November, somewhere in December, the market it'll reset itself, okay? People will take profit. People will sell out of their bags. The market will start to see a little sell-off. But then, this is when you need to have capital, okay? And obviously it's Christmas, all that kind of stuff. Then the market's in January, it's gonna go nuts. It's gonna go ballistic, okay? We are about to see numbers in this market, and obviously the S&P 500 is breaking records. It is going crazy. I mean, there has been so much history made in this week. It is insane. And for investors, it's a even funner week, because we've just seen these all-time highs. Bitcoin, the S&P, the Dow. I mean, everything is just off the rails right now. So, setting yourself up for 2025, what do you want to do? You want to be in good, solid stocks, okay? That's what you want to be in, good, solid stocks. Start with Palantir. Palantir right now is cheap. It's cheap right now. I know that looks and sounds crazy, but it's cheap right now. Because imagine by January, the last quarterly is out for this year. It's another face-melting quarterly. Then the hype, the FOMO comes in. Trump takes over. The market's going ballistic. Palantir could be flushing into an $80 price target. There's no doubt about it. Okay? I not to toot my own horn here or, give myself a dab here. I have been pretty good seeing what is going to happen here with Palantir. Trust me, I have a YouTube channel. I've had this thing for a long time now. Every time I make a video projecting Palantir is going to go to 20 bucks, it's going to go to 30 bucks, 40 bucks, 50 bucks, 60 bucks, 70 bucks. I hear it. I hear you're crazy. It's overvalued. It's undervalued. It's overvalued. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just a dumb guy. Friends, when you stay in the market so long and you see special opportunities and you see situations start to form, this is one of those situations. Sometimes the juice is worth the squeeze, okay? And it's a big grape right now, okay? Palantir has it all. This is not a FOMO play. This is not a get in, get out situation. This is the real deal. This is a real investment right here, okay? This is a real situation. Do not kid yourself about that. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Imagine if you could go back even 3 years and buy Nvidia. Imagine if you bought Nvidia 3 years ago, what your life would look like now. Imagine if you had bought at least 30 shares of Nvidia 3 years ago, and we just went through a 10-to-1 split. Nvidia just went through a 10-to-1 split. Life-changing. Life-changing. And the stock is back at an all-time high and about to release their new quarterlies here soon, not to mention with the Blackwell chip coming out that's already sold out. Friends, these next 4 years in the market had the potential to change your life, okay? This is you have to see what's going on right now, okay? If you are new to the market, if you are new to investing, this is the split down the middle right now. This is so important for you, okay? This is a moment, this is a significant moment in your life where you can take $5, $10 a paycheck. Instead of buying a candy bar at the gas station, take it, put the money in an account, okay? Put it into Tesla, put it into Meta, put it into Palantir. For God's sakes, buy Dogecoin. Do something that for the 4 to 5 years from now, you can go, thank God I did this. Thank God I did this. There's so many studies, there's so many case studies where people, I remember growing up, I used to hear about people that had bought Apple before Apple became Apple. And now people talk about, I wish I would have bought Nvidia before it became Nvidia. I wish I would have bought Facebook before it became Facebook. There's a lot of stocks like that, but we're in such we are in the industrial age right now of AI just breaking all these records, all these things. So listen, I'm not going to go over a chart. Palantir is going to keep going up. Yeah, we're going to have a sell-off here and there. Consider it a blessing. Consider yourself lucky if you're able to get in Palantir in a $40 range at this point, okay? Consider yourself lucky. The reason why Palantir is almost about to touch 60 is because the quarterlies that came out said something. They said that the company is going to beat the next quarterlies. They said that the company is nonstop and it's going to get worse for people that are not already in here. You think it's expensive now. You just wait. Friends, let's talk about something else. All right, let's talk about the Donnie right here. The Donnie Brasky himself. Daddy's back in it. Here we go. The market is happy. The market loves it. I'm going to be completely honest with you with what I am personally trying to do with the stock right now, okay? So, listen, I think it's obvious at this point, okay? I don't think there's too many Kamala people in here at this point. So let's just talk. It's just the investors, just the boys, the girls. We're talking here, okay? Things are changing, okay? We're talking about Trump media here. Here we go. I'm wanting this stock to fall apart right now, okay? That may sound cutthroat. That may sound really negative. I'm going to explain why, okay? I want it to go down, okay? I want this thing to go down to $5. I don't think it's going to go to $5, but I'm ruthless, okay? I'm in the market, okay? The market's ruthless. It made me ruthless, okay? Take profits where there's profit. Do what you gotta do. 100%. Do not ever think the market's gonna be kind to you. It's all chance. It's all making the right moves and playing smart, okay? So with that, I suspect that this stock will bleed back down to low 20s. If not, maybe we can get it into the low teens. That's what I am expecting, okay? This, at the moment, until January, this is still not a stock that I would invest in for quarterlies, for the outcome of what it's going to be. We still don't really know. We don't know what's going to happen here. Now that Trump's won, I do suspect things will fail. They'll do well here for Trump media, okay? Especially with having Elon and, I'm sure Truth Social and X will be bouncing off each other, okay? So that does make me happy about maybe being a long-term investor for this. That does give me hope. And that was not what I was saying just a week ago, okay, days ago. So I just want to make that clear. But now that Trump's won, it's a different conversation here. We can talk here. We can talk turkey. But why am I wanting this to bleed down so much? Because here's what I know. The stock is going to lose steam. It's doing exactly what I said it was going to do. I'm not trying to, I don't have a magic ball, I swear. But if you were watching me last week, I said the stock is going to have one more push. It had the push to the 40. Trump won. It sold off. I said election week by Friday, it will sell off. So take profit. My God, it's right. Friends, this doesn't mean that I'm like some wizard in the stock market. It just means I've been around the block with stocks, okay? If you start to spend a lot of time and you obsess over stocks and FOMO plays and what's going on, you'll be able to see this stuff, okay? I'm not some sort of wizard. I just have a big mouth and I talk about it and I watch things obsessively. That's why I have a YouTube channel, I guess. So here's the sell-off. It's happening right before us. So if it sells off more tomorrow, I'm not surprised, okay? I'm expecting it to go to 20. I'm expecting it to go to the low teens, okay? I'm curious to see where it's going to stop. It was just at $12 3 weeks ago. Here's what I am going to do. I'm going to be completely honest with you, as ruthless as this sounds. I am going to wait and see if it goes to 15, 12, 10, great. I'm going to start unloading capital in the stock. I am going to take everything I have and shove it in the stock, okay? Because here's what I know, and I think we're all going to be in agreement. When it comes to January, Trump is inaugurated. I think it's on the 20th. I probably should have looked it up, but I'm pretty sure it's on the 20th of January of 2025, which is essentially just weeks away at this point. The stock is going to go freaking nuts, okay? Don't kid yourself. So this will be one of the last hurrahs that we know we can call in the stock. This is it. And it's kind of sad to say because I've been here 4 years. I've been here 4 years yapping my gums about this stock, and it's kind of like a bittersweet moment where it's like the last play I can call in the stock safely. So we're going to see a push. We're going to see one last big push in the stock. Now, what this push will look like, I don't know. I am curious to see if it could be the biggest push possible. The two biggest pushes that we have had in the stock, 4 years ago when True Social and Digital World Acquisition announced that they would merge into one company. Then when it finally happened this year, 4 years later, the stock went to right under 70. The first one, it went to 100 and then bam, immediate sell-off 4 years ago. This time, this year, when the merge happened with Digital World Acquisition, the stock in a second went to 70 and then started to sell off. So Trump inaugurated that day, that week, whatever, Okay, so yeah, it's January 20th. I just looked at that. So actually, I'm glad I did because that's Martin Luther King Day and the market's not open that day. So it's very interesting. So that Friday before the 20th, that could be a heavy day of running. Now, this is quite some time away, obviously, but I like to think ahead. But that next day, Tuesday, the market will probably go in freaking nuts. So I definitely wouldn't sell out until that Tuesday. That will probably be the highest day it runs. And just like this week, it will start to sell off. Now, the curious part, probably what will happen with this stock after January 20th. The stock will probably sell back down, probably somewhere around 20, 15, maybe 10. And then from there, it will be a real company, a real stock, and people they'll want to see quarterlies. They'll want to see what's going on with the stock, what's happening. Now, I could be completely wrong about that. And this stock could just be heavily manipulated all year, which that would be really fun. But I don't know. Listen, we've never seen this before. Okay, we've never had there's never been a company on the market that you can invest in that's heavily manipulated, that the face of the company was the former and now new president of the United States of America. So there's no playbook for what's going on right now, okay? I'm learning just like all of you, okay? So it would be insane for me to come out here and say, well, actually, we can expect it to bring... No. We don't know. We don't know what it's going to do, okay? it'd be insane for me to say I know what it's going to do. I can suspect from, its past history of how it's reacted, but I can't willingly come on here and say like, it's gonna do the same thing it did this year. I don't know. More than likely, it will probably run off Trump news. Trump does something good, it'll do well. Trump says something bad, which we know he's going to. He's going to call some reporter an idiot. We know he's going to do it. The stock might have a bad day. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. But it'll still be a fun stock the whole year, okay? So, friends, listen, that's where I'm at with all this. I hope some of that made sense. And listen, I wish all of you the best of luck out there. Listen, I am beyond excited about what we're about to go into here with 2025, okay? They're doing the rate cuts. I expect there will be a sell-off before 2025. Something. I'm not saying recession sell-off, but I am saying I suspect there will be some sort of selling out, taking some profit. We'll readjust here in January because we know it's coming. Big stock, big analysts here, big companies will be selling stuff here because they want to take their profit and then start over in January. So, friends, I wish all of you the best of luck, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, friends.